Hello FIGGIE collectors, this is me, Daniel Eastwood, back again with another Indiana Jones Adventure Series figure review. Today we're going to be having a look at Marion in her Cairo get-up from Raiders of the Lost Ark. Something I would like to note just before doing this review, I would have really liked to have had the Cairo Indy to accompany this figure, to have a double review. Kind of like how I did with the Sala and Map Room Indy, just because those two figures accompanied each other quite well. Alas, they haven't released that Indy yet. Hopefully soon, but nonetheless, we're just going to be having a look at Marion today, pushing on with these reviews. First and foremost, we're going to have a look at the packaging, of which, as you can see, it's windowless, as we've all come to know and love. And you've got that CGI mock-up render of the figure itself, which isn't too bad. You've got Indiana Jones Adventure Series. As it's a figure in the main line, it does feature the Build an Artifact feature. Got a nice picture of Marion there. A bit of legal MacGuffin as well in terms of the lovely artwork that you've got. It does run along the side. So you've got Indiana Jones Adventure Series at the top. Nice picture of Marion and Marion confronting a Cairo thug. Naturally, you've got the plastic packaging free MacGuffin at the bottom there, of which is soon to be completely scrapped. I'm sure most of us are pleased to hear. And then on the other side, you've got a picture of other figures in the line, as well as the Build an Artifact feature and the part that each figure comes with. You've got a bit of legal MacGuffin there as well. And on the back, you've got a CGI render again of the figure itself. Name of the character, Build an Artifact feature, Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark, name of the film it's from. Run down the accessories that it comes with, and again at the very bottom there, a ton of legal MacGuffin, even at the bottom as well. So that's the packaging out the way and done with. Let's take a look at Marion out of the box.
You've got your looks too.
And your brain.
I noticed that. She's a smart little thing. Smart.
So here we have the figure itself in all its fortune and glory. I do have to say, on first glance, it does look like a fairly basic figure, but it's still a good figure nonetheless. I think when you really get into it, there are some really cool little details that they have added in. So if we just get a close-up on the head sculpt, of which I think is such a good likeness to Karen Allen, they did a really good job on that. You've even got some of her freckles as well, lightly painted on, something I've not really seen on figures really, but they've captured the likeness really well. Just really, really good stuff. And I think even more importantly to note is the printing on the body is absolutely brilliant. It's so crisp. There's no smudging that I've seen. They've just done a really, really good job on it, and big kudos to Hasbro there. And if we move all the way around the figure, of course you got the belt on her trousers there, quite airy trousers because as she is in Cairo, she wears some quite loose-fitting attire just because it's a hot country. Well, the outfit matches for that. There's not really too much detailing going on the legs, but the sandals are something to definitely note, and they've even managed to retain some articulation, of which is really, really cool to see. There's not really too much to go over with the outfit. It looks good, it looks how she looks in the film, and it's certainly an upgrade to the 3 3/4 inch one that we got previously, particularly in the articulation department. It's good that they've got this one out the gate to begin with. Just really itching to get a Cairo Indy to pair with this. In terms of the accessories, there's not a lot going on. I think that's my main sort of gripe with it. I think it comes with what it should have come with. So you've got the frying pan that she picks up and uses to defend herself against the Cairo thugs.
Right.
There's no real paint application on it. It's just a solid silver piece, which is fine, is what it is, does the job. I think more importantly is this little fella, of which is the monkey. And I did say fella, but it's a female monkey, of which is absolutely brilliant. I think the paint application on this thing is wonderful. You've got the little jacket that it wears.
Bad dates.
I've kind of got the tail looped around just to keep it secure onto the figure, but it perches so nicely on that. And the most impressive thing about the monkey is, if we just put Marion to one side, the monkey itself is a figure in its own right. Really impressively is the fact that in its articulation it has a ball jointed head, of which you can get it in some really, really good motion and poses with that. Ball jointed shoulders, so you can get her to do the little Nazi salute, or, you know, obviously different poses with the arms. The back legs don't move, however, but that's fine. And then you've got a ball joint in the tail, so you can pose it up, down, or however you like. But that's just great because depending on how you're going to pose the figure, you can have that sort of add additional support to it. So I'm really, really impressed with this. It could have just been a solid piece of plastic. What a wonderful accessory. They've done an absolutely stellar job on that. I think for the size as well, the paint application and the fur, just really, really impressive. The monkey is definitely an accessory that's needed with the character for the scene that they're in. I feel like there's going to be a lot of reuse with this guy because I know the Cairo Indie also comes with it. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we might get the Monkey Man. I hope they do. I'd love to see that because it's such a cool secondary character. Maybe if we include the motorbike, that would be dope. I know I've spent a lot of time talking about this, but I'm really, really impressed with this one accessory alone. One thing I think the figure could have maybe come with and would have been a nice accessory, but would have probably bumped up the price, would have been if it came with the wicker basket that she hides in. But alas, I can understand why they wouldn't include it. You could probably always make your own.
I'm an American!
So that's all the accessories that the figure comes with, although it is worth noting it comes with the build and arc pieces. These are very similar to the ones that came with, I believe it's Tote. Pretty much identical, they just slot in like that, forms the walls of the arc. Again, gives you a bit of an idea of size of this thing once you've got it built up. It's a nice inclusion and incentive more than anything to get you to buy the full wave and really commit to the line. If we're going to have a look at the articulation, she has a ball jointed head. There's a dumbbell joint, I believe, in the neck, although it's kind of limited due to the hair. She's got ball jointed shoulders, ball jointed elbows, ball jointed wrists, ball jointed torso, ball jointed hips, swivels at the tops of the thighs, ball jointed knees, and ball jointed ankles, surprisingly, with the rocker joints. Overall, this figure is lovely. It's not my favourite in the line. It was a necessity to have a Marion Ravenwood. I think when you really get it in hand and look at it, there's a lot more going on than you probably would initially think, particularly in that head sculpt. Really, really lovely stuff going on there. The accessories particularly, while I would have liked to have seen a bit more, I think it came with everything that it needed to come with, so there's no complaints with that. Overall, I recommend it. I think it's definitely one, kind of like with Walter Donovan, that you're going to want to get initially, just in preparation for the other figures that they release, namely the Cairo outfit Indie. It's a nice complementary piece. It might not be one that you'll instantly rush to get, but I think you should because you may end up regretting it. Overall, that's my thoughts, that's my feelings on the figure. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And this is me, Daniel Lee 1000, signing out. Thank you very much for watching.